My name is Mace Bentley. I'm the director of the Geographic Science program within the School of Integrated Sciences. So let's talk for a minute about the discipline of geography itself before we get into the degree. Geography, no question about it, is a subject of our times. All of our impacts on the environment and then the environmental impacts back on humans are looked at by geographers. In fact, this is one of the most important areas that we look at today, and that's because, of course, of this interplay between humans and the environment and how it's reshaping not only where we live and where we like to live, but it also, of course, the environmental degradation that we are taking part in, unfortunately, across the world is also having an impact back on us too. Geography is multidisciplinary. It requires expertise from many different areas. You need a lot of different skills to work across both physical and social sciences. It's one of the few disciplines that actually combines hard science, which would be the physical sciences, with qualitative science or social science, things like sociology, psychology, and those sorts of issues, demography, population dynamics. These sorts of things are also very important within the geographic framework, and it's important to understand how the physical sciences like atmospheric science, geology, climatology, these sorts of things work within and interact with the way people move and relate to their world. Geographers, of course, are always associated with maps. We do a lot of mapping, as you might guess, and as I'm sure you know. We do more, though, than just worry about place names and locations of things. What we like to do is we like to think about the how and the why. How and why people are settled in particular locations. Why are things occurring to cause people to want to move to particular locations versus others? These are the different areas that we look at. You can see, again, more specifically what they do. This is my particular area, is climatology. But one of the things we like to do is map distributions like you're seeing in this slide. We're looking at lightning distributions in the wintertime, and we're looking at patterns, and you can see the patterns of lightning activity on this map, or these maps, flash counts and lightning days. And we look at those patterns and we try to understand why. Why is the distribution of a variable like lightning located where it is? So that's the process-based investigations of our study. So we go much deeper than just simply looking at maps themselves and producing maps themselves, but we want to dig into why what we're putting on the map is creating a particular process. Another things geographers like to do is go out and actually see the world and understand it, not just from behind the desk and in the classroom, but also firsthand. And one of the ways we do that is with study abroads. We have a lot of study abroad programs across the world. This is an example. This slide is showing you the African Field School, which is located in several countries in Africa. It's a multi-week study abroad over the summer, but we also have study abroads that occur in Europe. We have study abroads that have been in the past in Australia, some in Asia, Southeast Asia, as well as East Asia. So many different locations in the world. Majors have an opportunity to actually go visit and see. So that allows the connection of what you're learning in the classroom with what you're actually going to be able to see firsthand if you travel to one of these areas. Are geographers employable? This is an important question for all of us this day and age, and as we move into the future, you can see on this particular graphic here in this table, the career on the left-hand side, we as JMU, we have one of the largest geography programs in the country, especially for an undergraduate-only institution. We have placed geographers in each one of these particular career paths that you see there. Notice the U.S. growth out through 2026 and the Virginia growth out through 2026. Most of these jobs have greater than double-digit growth, and that is because, of course, the environment is becoming ever increasingly more important on what we do as humans. And because of that, in understanding that interaction, there's a lot of job opportunities in these particular areas. These particular jobs on this table are focused in more of what we call in our subdisciplines of geography, human geography. So you'll see these jobs here, people who are more focused on, or students who are more focused on understanding human behavior, human movement, population movement, how to settle a place, how to develop urban planning techniques, how to think about environmental preservation versus degradation. These are more physical science or physical geography jobs. The physical geography career path is the one that covers a little bit more in the physical sciences. It's still trying to combine or bridge between physical sciences and social sciences, but you can see here, these again are all career paths where we have placed students that have graduated from JMU in Geographic Science, and you can see once again, nearly all of them are having double-digit job growth opportunities out through 2026. These are government-provided statistics, by the way, for these projections on job growth and salaries. Finally, mapping, computer mapping, creating the maps that we utilize and that we evaluate and analyze in geography. That's these particular career paths here. And you can see once again very strong growth numbers, both within Virginia as well as U.S. growth for GIS specialists or geospatial analyses. So all areas of geographers are highly employable. They will remain highly employable, probably even become more in demand in the future as the environment and our environmental pressures on the earth become even greater. The Geographic Science major at JMU required courses, these are our core courses as we often call them within the degree. So every geography major will have to take at least one course from each one of these areas: human geography, physical geography, GIS, which is geospatial analysis, and cartography. Environment, Nature, and Society is a bridge course that combines human geography and physical geography to allow students to begin to see those connections between those areas. Earth observation and GPS. GPS is geopositioning systems, or global positioning systems as they're often referred to, an important class there. And then finally, we require a statistics course as well. Once you get through the core courses, then you can start thinking about how you want to build out your concentration in geography. We have 3 concentrations available. The Applied Geographic Information Science concentration, which is for students who want to really move down the route of computer mapping and understanding how to produce and create maps from a wide variety of data that we actually utilize. Then we have the Environmental Conservation, Sustainability, and Development concentration, which allows us to understand that human environmental impact and interaction between those. And thirdly, we have the custom concentration. Custom concentration allows a student to tailor their concentration specifically to what they actually want to do. And they even get to name their concentration as well. That is a concentration that requires a student to come and sit with a faculty member and come through and develop their concentration with that oversight. Study abroad, senior research. These are 2 very important components of the degree once you get into your junior and senior year. The study abroad I've talked about. Senior research is an opportunity for students to work on what's called a capstone project with a faculty advisor, and that is in developing a 2-semester long project that ends with a presentation or report and sometimes a publication or a presentation at an international conference. You can see some examples here of some senior research projects. Again, these are looking at more the climate side. We have a wide range of senior research projects that students can work on because we have a wide and broad and talented faculty that will allow students to work under a whole wide range of different things, from biogeography through to various GIS projects to remote sensing and into human geography and human environment interactions, oftentimes looking at different places in the world where many of our faculty are actually doing research. So study abroad, senior research are very important. One final element here that I should add, internships. Something that we also like most of our majors to do, or look for at least and pursue, is the opportunity in the summer to work on a research or an internship where you would go work on the job and get some real-world experience. This will allow you to see if that's maybe the career path that you actually want to go down, is working in that particular area. The other reason why internships are so valuable is it allows you to network with people that are already working in the job world, and therefore you have a good reference from them. And oftentimes with our internships, what ends up happening is the company likes the person that they are employing through the internship, and there's oftentimes an opportunity there for full-time employment when you get out as well. So those are a couple of areas that give you an overview of our program. Here's a couple of our faculty members, and you can see the breadth of faculty members that we have, the different locations. We've taken photos in from all over the world, and all of us would be very happy to have you come join us at JMU.